I remember watching the Bon Voyage teaser that Videograss made, and it was Nima, Daryl, and Jed all at the top of this rail, like pretending to do tricks on this down bar. And the camera just pans, and it shows like this insanely long rail. And I texted Justin Meyer, I'm like, where's that rail? And he's like, it's in Omaha, it's impossible.
I just pray that we all have fun, be safe, and may God have mercy on our souls. Go!
Feet fail me not.
See at the bottom? So then we start filming, me and Justin filming for the last ones, and we go on like a week trip. So I didn't get a chance to hit it, but we just got to look at it, and I got to see it, and I was like, I just want to come back to this thing so bad. And the next year, we're filming together for Videograss again. It doesn't snow. We're like, check the weather every day. They just don't get any snow. Finally, 2032 rolls around. That's the 32 video. Justin's working on that. I'm in Oslo, Norway, and all of a sudden, I get a text from Justin that's like, hey, Omaha just got 3 inches of snow. And I'm like, all right, like, and we were just kind of joking about it, but then it was like, no, we should actually go. All the flights got in late, so we get off the plane, get a rental car, we just go to set this thing up, and there's no snow around. We bought a tarp and bought shovels. When we got there, it was like 1 a.m. We set it up till 5 in the morning. We went back to our hotel, slept for 2 hours, woke up at 7, and it was like 45 degrees and sunny. And all the snow we had put down, like the side of it, like melted. And we built like this snowdrop in that was like 3 feet tall, and just like delusional thought we're gonna be able to pull it off that day. And as I'm hitting it, it's just literally melting out. Like the snowdrop in, there's just all of a sudden a channel of water. And then like the thing like breaks and just collapses, and we're like trying to salt it and put it back together. Like our hopes and dreams are just falling apart in front of our eyes. Like we thought we were gonna do it this whole time, and like we were just like, all you gotta do is get on it and you could get to the end. And so then we just looked at each other like, oh my gosh, like not a waste of time, but like pretty bummed that it didn't work out. Still filming, it's like, it's always in the back of my head, like anytime it looked like it was gonna snow, even if me and Justin were filming together or not, we would like be texting about it. It gets snow, we finally go, and we get a crew together, and I drove down with Sam Fenton, and we brought like a winch, and we were like ready to go for this whole thing. And I try it for like 6 hours or something like that, and I get one that's like, somehow I lock in, I get like 10 feet from the end, and I come off, explode in the landing. But I'm like on it for so long, it like felt like I could have done it, and everyone's kind of freaking out, and I'm just like, okay, like I know how to do it now, or I thought I knew how to do it. I was winching in, so I was like flying in, and then like 20 minutes later, after I'm all juiced up, the winch like explodes, and like oil goes all over this tree, and then that session was over. So that was the end of that one. So 2032 year, it was a bust. It wasn't happening. Yeah, last winter, it comes around, and I'm already filming with Danimals and Durham, and we're in Minnesota kind of getting stuff for Dan's Sicky project. Not even filming with Justin, but he texts me and is like, Omaha got snow, and they got a lot of snow. They got like a foot. All the stars kind of aligned, like they had so much snow. We were like, had a good crew. I was with like Cole Navin, Spencer Schubert, Danimals. If it's gonna happen anytime, like this is it. So we wake up and we go to this restaurant called Joe's Cafe, and Meyer's like, this is all lining up, the stars are aligning, like Joe's Cafe, and I got like a steak and an extra egg at breakfast, and it's just like, that's all we were talking about, and just so hyped up, like we really thought it was gonna happen. That day goes, and I don't even come close. Like we used a winch again, and I'm like flying into this thing. I didn't feel comfortable on my board at all. Like everyone's like really like supportive, but I don't think I even get halfway down the rail.
I don't think he mentioned that it was like -1 million. It was so fucking cold that day. Durham and Dan were down in the field, and Dan started building an igloo around Durham because it was so cold and the wind was blowing so fast. Full igloo, like fully enclosed besides the camera and the tripod. And then in there was like a graveyard of Modelo's that they had been drinking down there, because there was just like nothing you could do.
I was really, really like discouraged, like, damn, and I almost was like maybe then, like, I'm like, maybe it's not possible, like something like that.
I remember like going up to Joe and like trying to give him water and food, but he was so focused he couldn't do it. It was like Leonardo DiCaprio in the end of Blood Diamond, where the dude's trying to like drag him up the hill.
No more. No more.
I like try to give Joe water. He's like, no, no. Strap in and then like grind 3 feet of the rail and just start punching the snow.
I shook off like the miss, like I just like was like, all right, I'll take my loss on that. And then it's like it starts to come down to that time, like it's Wednesday and it's Thursday, and we wake up and it's Friday, and Danimals is like, I gotta go back home, I got this Vans thing, so I gotta take off. And I'm like, well, that was my ride. And I like look at Justin and I'm like, I don't know, like I guess I gotta go, like it's not meant to be. And Justin flips the switch and is like, you remember when we were like saying if it snowed 2 inches, like we'd come, and like you're here now and you're gonna leave. And I'm just like, I'd never been so mad at Justin, but also like, I mean, he knows how to push my buttons. We've been filming together so long. He just knew exactly what to do to get me to like stay. And I got so mad that finally, out of spite, I just like bought a flight, one-way ticket home. I'm just like, all right, and I'll stay through the weekend. We go film a couple more days, like Friday, Saturday, and then it's like Sunday is just the day. And the night before, we had built a snowdrop in because we decided that that was probably the better route to go. And we just took our time in the morning, like got breakfast and stuff. And like, I'm like, we're not going to get steak and eggs. Like, we're not doing all this stuff. The funniest part is 2032 year, my really good friend Sam Fenton was filming an angle of that. And so he was kind of like in this pact with me and Justin, like if it ever gets snow again, like it's got to be Justin and Fenton that film it. Like it just has to be. And he would like be bummed if anyone else was there to film it. So all this time goes by, Sam Fenton's out of filming. He doesn't even film anymore snowboarding. He's doing a whole nother job. But he's in Iowa and Justin calls him, and Sam, like the legend he is just like, yeah, dusts off his camera, comes out, but Justin didn't even tell me. So the morning we wake up to go to the rail, we're like in the hotel lobby, and Fenton like walks around the corner. I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing here? He's like, we're filming the rail. Like, I just like couldn't believe how he would like surprise me and be there. So all these things are like kind of lining up, and I'm like, I'm not even really thinking about it at the time because I just don't want to overhype it. I'm just like, I'm just gonna try it. And again, like if it doesn't work, like I'll come back and like no sweat. So it was within 30 tries that day. Like I got into one and felt like kind of how to do it. And then in my head, I was like, dude, I think I like know how to do this. And I like locked in and just like stayed on. And I remember even thinking like to this day, like how long it felt like being on like a roller coaster ride. Like, how is this thing how am I still on this rail? Like never been on something that long, and feeling my tail leave the end of the rail and like landing, and then just like not like can't even believe like what's happening, and like riding out of this thing. And I just start like tearing up. I just start like internally just like freaking out. Like I like start like literally crying. I'm just like, because it meant so much to me to get this. And then I like look back, and like Spencer and Cole are running down, and I'm like looking at them, I'm like, I'm crying, like freaking out, like just riding out so slow as far as I can. And then like everyone came running in. It was like actually like the best moment of my life. Like just the feeling of doing that and accomplishing it, all this like hard work, and like I just wanted to get it so it would be like something that like is like finally done and there's like closure. That's honestly like the opus of my career. Like I told Meyer I was gonna like never quit until I got it. It is one of those things, like searching for the next high. Like, all right, am I gonna try to find a longer one, or find one with like a kink in it or something? Or there is like a little bit of like a what's next. I don't know. There was such a buildup and a culmination of all this stuff to happen to that one. It's like, I don't know what's next, but we'll see.